Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we were supposed to depart for our journey to Hyrule, but instead, before we could leave, we were attacked, along with Ilia and Cullen. So, of course, Link ran after the attackers and got pulled into Twilight for the first time. We woke up in a dungeon and escaped with the help of one of my favorite characters, Midna. That was nice timing too, Midna. In this episode, we will be continuing on and figuring out where we are and what happened to us. Yes, attack. Midna's got such a cute yawn too. So there are even spirits up here, huh? This whole spirit thing is pretty new to you, isn't it? Sorry. Had to start my timer. I'm bad about not remembering to start it. Even though these guys can see those monsters, they don't know a thing about you. If you think I'm lying, why don't you check it out? Hone your fine senses with left and right. Hee What? What are these monstrous birds? What in the world is happening here? Our poor Hyrule castle. Link. That wasn't the person I wanted you to meet, by the way. Well, let's just try and get to that tower. And you want to push this box. Link is so oblivious. He's not the smartest cookie in the box. Alright, you got these birds here. Smack them away. Lock on and then press A to hit them. 2 hits should kill them. And you want to be careful not to try to jump off the edge here. Just you kind of want to get over to these areas where there's more ground so you won't fall off and excuse you, don't hit me. Okay, then you wanna... That's a skull. I'm curious. Look, just a little farther. Now, these you wanna just run past. Just run. Climb up here, and go through the window. Now, I said in the description of my last video that I've been having some internet problems, and I believe the problem is fixed, but I'm not 100% sure. So if there's any delay in like my schedule and my updates, that's why. I'm hoping it's fixed and that I won't have to worry about that anymore, but if that happens, that's the reason why. Alright, if you lost any hearts to those birds like I did, you can always, there will always be a heart in each of those boxes, so you can smash those boxes. Yes, Midna, I know we're going. Push open the door with your nose, and come in here. Who is this hooded figure? And his laugh is, her giggle is cute too. Everything about her is cute. It's a girl, so Link stops growling. Midna? You remembered my name? What an honor for me. So this is the one for whom you were searching. He's not exactly what I had in mind, but I guess he'll do. You were imprisoned. I am sorry. Yeah, and that chain never comes off, and I think it's a nice touch, honestly. I think it's a nice touch. That chain always stays on his leg in wolf form, which is a kind of a nice touch, I believe. It's a nice touch of detail. Poor thing, he has no idea where this is or what's happened. So don't you think you should explain to him what you've managed to do? You owe him that much. Twilight Princess. Listen carefully. This was once a land where the power of the gods was set to slumber. This was once the kingdom of Hyrule. But that blessed kingdom has been transformed by the king that rules Twilight. It has been turned into a world of shadows, ruled by creatures who shun the light. This is basically the backstory of how all this started in the game. Like, why is Twilight taking over Hyrule? That kind of thing. And you can pretty much guess who the one in the cloak is. But I won't say her name yet. Yeah, these guys don't stand a chance. Those are one of the most annoying enemies and the ones I dislike the most in the game. They're tough in groups for Link to handle, and these guys didn't stand a chance. And now you meet the King of Twilight. Meet Sant. Is this ugly mofo. His mask always has creeped me out. It is time for you to choose. Surrender or die. Oh yes, a question for all the land and people of Hyrule. Life or death? And like any good ruler, Zelda surrenders. She cares more for her people. If it meant danger and risking the lives of her own people. Of course she would surrender. Sad nonetheless. And the castle is on fire, and people turning to spirits. Twilight covered Hyrule like a shroud, and without light the people became as spirits. Within the twilight they live on, unaware that they have passed into spirit forms. All the people know now is fear. Fear of a nameless evil. The kingdom succumbed to Twilight, but I remain its princess. Zelda's theme! Dun dun dun! I am Zelda, yes. You don't have to look so sad. We actually find it to be quite livable. I mean, is perpetual twilight really all that bad? Minna, this is no time for levity. The shadow beasts have been searching far and wide for you. Why is this? Why indeed? You tell me. Time has grown short. The guard will soon make his rounds. You must leave here, quickly. Please, you must leave quickly before the guard comes. Alright, so we got the little backstory of how this all happened, and now we have to go before the guard catches us. Yeah, just so you know, this episode is mainly going to be filled with clips. Well, lots of long clips, quite a few actually. But we will get some gameplay, you know. Not that way, the guard's coming. Boy, he's prompt. Back out the window. But there is going to be a... Is that clip and this clip right here, that's the longest, I believe. But, yeah. Cinematics in this game and the story. I love the story of this game. I always have. It's... Watching it every once in a while is so worth it for me. So well, do you understand where we are now? I guess a promise is a promise, so I'll let you go back to where you first tumbled into Twilight. But, are you really sure you should be going back? Are you sure you aren't forgetting something important? Do you want to save them? Well, in that case, little Midna would be happy to help you. But... Well, you'd have to be my servant, and like a servant, you have to do exactly as I say. Yeah, I know Midna kind of comes off as a jerk in the beginning, but by the end of the game, in my opinion, her character grows enough for me to love her. Well, why don't you go back, take a little time, and give it some thought? Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention one thing. Though you may have left the darkened realm, you haven't transformed back to your former self, and you won't anytime soon. Now why could that be? See you later. Yeah, she kind of comes off as a jerk. Saying you have to be my servant, do what I say, and then just jump off and leave you. But really, she didn't leave you, see? So, what next? She pops out of your shadow. Did you think I disappeared? Listen, there's another thing I forgot to tell you. Don't think you can just run off and save your friends, because you can't. Just beyond that bridge, the land is covered in twilight. Last time, a shadow beast pulled you through the curtain of twilight. But if you want to go this way this time, you'll need the cooperation of someone from the twilight, like me. So you really have no choice but to do what I say. Saving your friends and all that, well, that'll depend on your actions. Because you never can trust words, you know. And there's probably some deep meaning behind that statement that we'll find out about later. Right now, I want a sword and a shield that'll suit me. You do understand me, don't you? So what do you plan to do? While you're here dawdling, the twilight continues to expand. Come on, hurry it up. Alright. So we'll want to go back to Ordon and find ourselves a sword and a shield. And the annoying things about these guys, they fall down and you can't hit them while they're on the ground. So you have to wait for them to get back up to kill them, which is kind of annoying, and sometimes I just ignore them because I'm not patient enough for that. But we went ahead and killed them. And, there's a little cutscene you can get here if you kill both of these guys. So I'm gonna kill both of them. And there's two, so good, like, when you knock the other down, the other one is getting up. So, you're right. Not like the last one, you're not just standing there doing nothing. And, yay, you dropped a ruby. And when you go over here, wait! Yes, a squirrel is talking to us. Thank you for taking care of those bad guys. They made both the village and the forest a mess. They kidnapped the village children, but I know you're not one of them. I can tell because you smell like the trees of Ordon. If you run into any trouble, try talking to the animals. We animals understand one another, so you'll be alright. Yes, in wolf form you can talk to animals. And they will give you tips on what you're supposed to be doing. Or just, you know, comments about the area and stuff like that. And... oh, how did it come to this? The children, please say nothing's happened. Please forgive your good-for-nothing father. Alright. Now, what you don't want to do... hold up. Got to restart my TV real quick. Turn it off and turn it back on. I have an old TV. I need to get a new one, and sometimes it flips out. Sorry about that. It's not showing it on the recorder, but my TV is a douche sometimes. Okay, what you want to do here, stay out of the light. Right now. Stay out of the light. We will go into it later when it's relevant, but it would be in our best interest to stay out of the light for right now because he cannot see us when we're over here in the dark. Alright, what you want to do is you want to run over here. Oh, about the shield. Hey, not so loud. You want to try to get into the grass and try to get close enough to listen. You can see what they say, but... so, that shield is still in your house, right? You want to try to get close enough in the grass where you can listen without them seeing you. Yeah, it should be in our storage loft. Good, go grab it as quick as you can. Russell got wounded pretty bad, so he can't go search for the kids. I'll take over for him. But Russell had a sword, Mayor, and he still got hurt. But if you're unarmed, you're done for. I'll be fine. The sword we were going to present to the royal family should still be at Russell's house. Oh, yeah? Alright, I understand, Mayor. I'll hurry up and get that shield. You just wait here. No good. Run! I'm scared of a little wolfie. That's not a bad bit of information you've heard, huh? Ugh, look at that open window. This village is full of idiots. So, we should jump up there, but from where? Alright, now what you want to do is run into the light. Monster! You've returned for more, haven't you? My daughter, return her. Like, if you run into the light the first time, he says basically that, except for you have returned for more. And he will send the hawk flying after you. You want to run so it doesn't hit you. And you want to run over here to this rock. You can talk to the cat. Were you attacked by that hawk? You're no match for him. I'm sorry, that person calling the hawk is my master's husband. You can sneak up from behind him and scare him, meow. Alright, you want to go on this rock. Come on, let's get up on the roof and scare that guy. Look at him, posing like he's all important. Wait until he sees us, hee hee. You want to jump on the roof with Midna's help. And then jump over here. Whoa! And he jumps into the lake. Or the pond, or whatever. Okay, there's an interesting little thing. This is not required, but you can sit here and this can be the introduction to howling. This is basically what replaces some of the songs you can play on your ocarina in other games. You will howl as a wolf. You hold down A, and as soon as you hit that first line, Link will start to howl. And use your control stick to hold the control stick up, and he'll be on the top line. Don't touch it at all, it'll be in the middle. If you hold it down, it'll be on this line. So this is this Song of Soaring, I believe, is a very simple song. Up, down, up, down. Now the songs do get more difficult and harder to do, but like I said, this is one of the easier ones. You whistle on that and the hawk will come down. You can't send him into things like you would, but you can talk to him in your form. So, you're Link, right? Sorry about giving you so much trouble before. I'm not proud of it, but it's in my genes to obey anyone who blows a reed. How sad. Your voice, it sounded just like a reed. That's why I flew down. I'll tell you what, next time call me when you need something. Who knows, I might be able to help you out. Yeah, he apologizes for hitting you, which is a nice touch. Alright, you want to jump over here, up the water wheel, and jump into this window. Jump up on this table. No, on the table. I can't grab the pumpkins, how sad. Alright. I found it! Found it! Alright, in true Zelda fashion, you want to bang your head on the wall. And the shield will fall. True Zelda fashion, banging your head on walls. And doors. And everything else. That is solid. You got the Ordon shield. Press Z to defend yourself, but beware if it's touched by fire, it'll burn. Because it's made of freaking wood. It looks kind of cheap. Alright then. Next is a sword. Hurry up and get one. And I know exactly where we can get a sword. Climb up on this window. And we fall into the lake. Or the pond. Whatever the frick it's called. What was that sound? The children could not have returned, could they? I must go out and search one last time. You get inside the house. I have placed the sword that was to be our gift to Hyrule on the couch. If the mayor comes for it, please give it to him. But darling, your injuries. Alright, so Russell's heading out again. You want to get to his house. And like before, you want to stay out of his torchlight. So you can talk to the chicken, and there are some frogs you can talk to, but you want to try to stay over here where he can't see you. And there are some frogs over here you can talk to too, but you know, I'm not gonna waste my time. I need to be up there. No! Don't jump down! You want to try to walk carefully and stay out of the torchlight. And walk over here where the two pumpkins are. You can smash them if you want to get some rupees. And yeah, that one on the usually still drops a blue rupee. And you wanna, you don't particularly have to use your senses, but you wanna dig right around this hole in the wall right here. You want to go over to the couch, pick up the sword. You got the Ordon sword. It's a sword crafted by Russell, the best swordsman in Ordon, as a tribute to the royal family. Alright, so now you have a sword. Looks like you can actually be useful when you concentrate. Alright, no more detours. I'm going to take you back into the twilight. Go back to the woods where you first transformed into that shape. And go back over here, dig under the wall. Alright. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna smash the pumpkins again, just as I can. On the other one. Okay. I was fixing to say, it did give me a rupee. Yes, it did. I just didn't see it. You want to... you want to stay out of his light. I'm gonna kind of wait till he passes. Maybe get over. I'm I'm gonna run really quickly. Don't get stuck behind a rock. Link! Run! Gosh. Alright, and you wanna run back through here. The Wolf Link runs really fast. A lot faster than Human Link. You wanna run through here. And when you pass the spring, wait. Come to my spring. You have been transformed by the power of shadow. Come to me. What is this? Beware, a shadow being approaches. It approaches. Now this guy, you want to lock onto him and latch onto him, and Link will bite repeatedly. It takes 2 attacks like that to kill him. Now in groups, these things are really difficult, but alone they're a piece of cake. Because there's a special thing they do when they're grouped. And it's really annoying. Oh, brave youth. I am one of the 4 light spirits that protect Hyrule at the behest of the gods. I am Ordona. The black beast you slayed was a shadow being. It had come to seize the power of light I wield. My brethren in Hyrule have already had their light stolen by these fell beasts. The entire kingdom has been reduced to a netherworld, ruled by cursed powers of darkness. The blight will not stop with Hyrule. Before long, the entire world of light will fall into the hands of the king who rules Twilight. To save this land from the King of Twilight, the lost light must be recovered. The 3 light spirits who have had their lost their light must be revived. There is but one who can revive them and redeem this land. You. You still have not discovered your true power. Those transformed by Twilight usually cannot recover their original forms. Unless, if you were to return to the Faron Woods where you were first transformed, and you revive the light spirit, there, by the power of the light spirit, you may find the means to regain your other state of being. So that's basically our mission for this part of the game. Help the light spirits who have had their light stolen recover said light. Now, once we get to the twilight up here, I think I'm going to end the episode because it's been almost 30 minutes. Is I didn't feel, when it hit the 20-minute mark, I didn't feel like that was a good place to stop, so I kept going. Hey, look! The Faron Woods that you know so well, they're now covered in twilight. You might not be able to come back here, but do you still want to go? You say yes. Minda will fly through there, and her giant hand will grab you and pull you through. Rawr. That hand is actually her hair, which is kind of freaky. She can morph her hair into that giant hand, as we'll see next episode. We'll get a showcase of it next episode. So these are the weapons you use in your world? You really think this thing can slay the creatures of Twilight? Well, better than my teeth! Well, I won't use these, but I'll hang on to them for you. Alright, a promise is a promise. I trust you enough to help. In exchange for my help, though, I need you to gather some things for me. Look, I can't tell you all the details now, but it'll be easy, trust me. But enough about that. Do you hear that noise? It's the lamentation of the spirit who had its light stolen. Where in the world could it be? Better get going, don't you think? Don't blame me for your world's fate if you don't hurry up and find that light. Come on, snap to it. In the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we will be going to the light spirit and hopefully seeing what we can do to get the light in Faron Woods back and restore the light spirit. See you guys